Now I'm going to move over into today's money talk and talk with you guys a little bit about, I like the title that the Lord gave me for this because we call these money talks, and the title of the message today is Money Talks. Did you know that? Did y'all know that it talks? You want to know something scary? It talks about you. Your money is talking about you to you. Have you been listening? It's not just talking about you to you, it's also talking about you to everyone that you deal with financially. Anyone who has an opportunity to see how you manage your finances, how you go about your businesses, how you go about your planning, your budgeting, or lack thereof, it all is speaking into you. You know that in Matthew 6:21 it says, "For where your treasure is, there your heart is also." You've probably heard that phrase before, that the money talks to you, but I want to encourage you guys, there's an opportunity for you guys to learn the language of what your money is saying. Because there may be a lot of us who we have really good intentions, but we don't necessarily know what it is that our money is saying about us, about the state of our heart, about where our heart truly is. You know, maybe some of us are a little scared to listen, but I want to bring you guys into some encouragement today and equip you guys with an opportunity to understand the language that your money is speaking so that you can understand where your heart is. You can understand what it is trying to speak to you. One of the things that money is going to start to talk to you guys about is it's going to speak to you and tell you what it is that you love. Your money reveals what you love the most. I could tell right now, if I pull up my wife's Cash App, transactions in there for Chick-fil-A. I know my wife loves Chick-fil-A. And anyone, would you see a love for your church? Would you see a love for yourself? Would you see love for Chick-fil-A? Another thing that your money is going to speak to you, it's going to tell you what brings you joy. All right? If you've ever gotten a little bit too happy when you're spending, that's going to tell you a little bit something. All right? You know what I'm talking about. Our spending patterns often trace back to our search for joy. Gotten a little bit too happy when you're spending, that's going to tell you a little bit something. All right? You know what I'm talking about. Our spending patterns often trace back to our search for joy. 6:3 says, "You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you." Another thing that your money is going to tell you, it's going to tell you how patient you are. Does everyone feel that one? Impulse spending is a lack of patience. Debt often reveals a lack of patience. Investing, saving, and waiting for the Lord's timing, the right time, seeking counsel, getting wise words before stepping into anything, now that takes patience. That's going to speak to you how much patience you have. Are you willing to wait? Another thing your money's going to tell you is your money's going to tell you how kind you are. Kindness shows up when you bless someone unexpectedly. When you help someone move and you buy them lunch, or you help fund somebody's vision, or you help someone who's in a position of need, that is going to speak to that. Now, your money can show whether kindness is an occasional act of a way of life or a way of life. Is it something that happens occasionally because I've got the money to do it, or is it a way of life? If you were to reveal your finances to someone, would they be able to say, this person lives a life of kindness, and I can hear it by what their money is speaking to me? Are you guys hearing this? Come on. Your money tells you how much goodness is in your life. Goodness can mean doing good, but it can also mean living a life marked by integrity and in health. How you manage your money shows whether your life is built on good practices or on shaky ones. Luke 6:45 says, "A good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart." So if your treasure is where your heart is, then good things, if that's what's in that treasury, is what's going to come out of your life. And that's going to be another thing that your money is going to be speaking to you and telling you a story that is unfolding. Faithfulness. Your money tells you how faithful you are. Faithfulness speaks to consistency, tithing, saving, paying bills on time, fulfilling commitments. Are you faithful in the small things? because we know this scripture, Luke 16:10 says, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with very much. And gentleness. Did you know that your money can tell you how gentle you are? All right. Can you say no to yourself? Can you walk away from an unnecessary purchase? No, I'm sorry. That's a different fruit. This one is, can you give gently without strings attached? That next one is self-control. Your money tells you how much self-control you have. That one probably speaks the loudest to a lot of us because we live in a world where being able to spend money quickly and whenever we want it and whenever we see something that we really desire to have, we very quickly raise it up on the priority level and it starts to reveal things about our lives. Proverbs 25:28 says, like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. Have no defense. Nothing can defend us except the Lord and his mercy and his grace. But if we live a life of a lack of self-control, our money is going to speak that to us. And as I begin to come to the close of this teaching, I hope that you guys are finding this practical and you're seeing different ways that your money is already talking to you. I want to remind you the importance of what your money is saying to you. Your money cannot be silenced. How you handle your finances, you cannot hush it up. No matter how much we try, because we all know that kind of uncomfortable question when we get into situations where we might ask somebody how they handle their finances. Oh, that's personal. You don't have to reveal that. I understand that's personal. But we've all seen it. Massive corporations, ministries, entire governments have collapsed because of a lack of passion or vision, or not because of a lack of passion, and their vision to crumble and shambles. And it's a very unfortunate thing, but I have good news for you all. The Lord has brought this word to you to remind you to lean in and listen. So I want to close by inviting you to ask this question: what is your money saying about you? Some of you are realizing that your money hasn't just been talking, it's been shouting. It's been shouting loudly, and we can choose whether to acknowledge it and lean in, or we can choose to ignore it. A couple of things that I would love for you all to lean into the Lord and walk away from this with some practical steps is something that you can do to begin to hear your money is find a translator. Find somebody who understands it. Find someone who can do that. And I'm not giving a shout out to myself just because I handle the finances for the church. I'm saying that you should find someone that you believe is a man or woman of God, and multiple of them actually, which I think I'm getting ahead of myself. That one's number 2. That's form counsel. Multiple voices that can speak into your life, men and women of God, people whose money is saying good things about them, okay? Don't go to the world where people whose money is potentially saying things, or they're trying to get their money to hush up and only let you hear the parts that are good. Lean into that wise counsel. And then the third one, live intentionally. Don't let your lives just be narrated by your money, but let you live a life that allows your money to tell a story that you feel good about, that you feel confident about, that you feel that the Lord has breathed on. Okay? Are you listening? And more importantly, are you ready to let God shape what your money says about you? Take into consideration all the good that you can do when you lean in and you listen to the voices that the Lord has provided in your life, and your money is no exception. Can you all please stand to your feet with me?